Hello everyone, this is Rod. Welcome to Accademia Magiche. For today's very short video, as I just wanted to introduce that finally my new book, Shadows and Bonds, the magical teaching of Giordano Bruno, is finally out and is finally available. So I just wanted to introduce a bit about the content of this book. I don't think we need to discuss any longer about the figure himself of Giordano Bruno, this genius of the Renaissance. Just in case, I also have another video about his philosophy and a little bit about his magic, which is going to be, of course, much more discussed in detail in this book. So at first I'll be introducing philosophies and thinkers that shaped Bruno's thought, that shaped Bruno's ideas. So starting, of course, a brief introduction of Hermeticism, Neoplatonism, the differences between the two. And then we will be moving on to Giordano Bruno's works. You know, Giordano Bruno had works in Italian and works in Latin. So we'll be discussing a little bit about the difference of these two works. And then we will start digging into his magical thought, starting from the art of memory. And when we talk about the art of memory of Bruno, it's very different from the traditional classical art of memory. I mean, Cicero was using the art of memory. It went all the way until medieval time, as they were thinking that visual memory was more powerful than conceptual memory that we use today. But Bruno actually took this art of memory to another level, and he really made it as a pillar of his metaphysical and magical thought. So this is what we will be talking about. We will start with the three major writings of Giordano Bruno about memory, so the De Umbris Idearum, the Shadow of Ideas, moving on to the Song of Circe. This is another very important chapter, as Bruno chose specifically Circe as the main character of this text, and there's a different reason for it. Circe herself opens by invoking Astaria, the goddess of justice of the Golden Age, the one that supposedly flew in the sky and became the constellation of Virgo. And finally, we will see the Sigillum Sigillorum. So this is pretty much a path to understand how Bruno changed the art of memory in a metaphysical and magical tool. Then we will move specifically on his writings on magic specifically. Here we find a Bruno that really took a lot from Agrippa, so it seems he was very familiar with the work with the Occulta Philosophia, the occult philosophy of Agrippa. He was very familiar with the steganography of Trithemius, and for sure he was also very much familiar with the grimoires available at the time, the Picatrix. We will find also the Decans and the Zodiac in the De Umbris, in the art of memory. And so we will see, again, step by step, we will go through his magical writings, starting from the De Magia on magic, Thesis de Magia, Magia Mathematica, and finally De Vinculis in genere. De Vinculis is pretty much the apotheosis, or basically the outcome, the whole pillar of Bruno's magic. And of course there will be several other information to complete the text. So I hope you will find this volume very interesting. I can say the approach of Giordano Bruno, this approach to Giordano Bruno is pretty rare, although there is zillions of tomes about Giordano Bruno out there, but explaining his magical thinking, I think it takes a lot of familiarity with grimoires and medieval magic in order to understand his message as well. So I hope you'll enjoy the book. Thanks again, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.